we got Zion, who has been in the news so much lately.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
man.
Your thoughts on Zion?
For sure. Again, with the rise of all these European players, the U.S. is looking for some new stars. We thought Ja Morant will be up there, but his off-the-court situations are, potentially knocking him off of an Olympic team next year, too, for summer 24. Zion was another player that I was looking for potentially for Olympics, but right now, like Rich mentioned, he's going through some things off-season wise. And you were talking about in the group chat too. Should the Pelicans consider trading Zion as well? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, based off of like what I see, man, like I know that he's getting injured a lot, but it just doesn't look like he wants to play for them. Like you could just see it, like I don't know what's happening in the locker room, but it doesn't look like he's engaged. Like, bro, like I don't know the numbers, but he hasn't played that many games like since he's been in the league with the Pelicans, bro. And it's just like you're supposed to be probably like the number one player, besides Ja. Obviously, Ja took the crown from him, but it's just like that was supposed to be you. You know what I mean? And he hasn't done anything really. And that's what everybody's waiting for. So I'm thinking they're going to definitely look to trade him because it looks like Brandon Ingram is possibly going to look for a trade. It looks like a couple people probably going to try to get out of there. So it's like, who wants to take Zion, though? That's really the question. It's like he hasn't been playing. It's like, who's really going to want to take him at this point? That's a lot of money to be wasting. Like,
yeah, like you said, a huge contract, injury history.
Mm-hmm.
Off court, just not focused, getting a lot of hanky panky going on while he's supposed to be rehabbing. So I don't know. All I see is the Knicks that probably want to take him. All I see is Knicks fans wanting Zion because of the whole RJ Barrett Duke thing. But you guys sure y'all want to do that? Like Zion's just, I don't think he's all the way there. So if he's not there in a small basketball franchise, you go to a New York, the New York media is going to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not escaping that. There's going to be so many people outside just waiting for you to do something like this.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be
cameras
good.
everywhere.
Yeah.
New York is going to be, like, you can't hide in New York, man. They're going to come after you. And they're just going to tear you apart. They see you doing all that kind of stuff. And like, you go to games, they're going to boo you. They don't care. Like, they want you to win. If he's not focused, there's no point in him going to New York.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the big thing is too, like people was kind of like fishy on like, is he really injured or like, is he faking? And like when you look at like the off court activities, they're like, yo, you got time to do all of this, and then it's just like you're not performing, and that's the big thing right there. So it's just like, how serious are you? And that's why I say like I don't know who's really gonna take him, but somebody's gonna take him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He got to get taken.
Sure. I think somebody's gonna take him. I think that the big thing, I generally look at things from the team perspective. From the team perspective. At this point, there's so much more. There's so much more bad that comes with it, right? That the chance of it isn't worth the risk anymore. Like because if he has another season like this, the teams would still like if he called the Charlotte Hornets, right, and he said, "Yo, I'll trade you the number 2 pick, a few players." They would have to have a serious conversation. Like they wouldn't hang the phone. But next year, if you get injured again, if you do something stupid again, like at that point with that contract, no one's picking up the phone. So if I'm looking, I'm like,
lock in.
This is the year, and then I lock it. I'm getting off of him. Like I'm trading him.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate because I think overall, that like honestly, like what do y'all think of Zion for Jaylen Brown? Like even if Celtics don't want to trade him, that's a conversation they have to call everyone into the room and be like,
wherever Zion goes, that's I feel like wherever Zion goes, that's who's like not benefiting possibly. Like, so you're saying Zion to the Celtics?
Yeah, Zion to the Celtics for Zion, and then maybe like one other player, maybe like the Alvarez or something like that, like somebody who can add a second element to the team, because the Pelicans are stacked. Like they don't have a lot of space for a lot of things. So if they go pick up the number 2 pick, they're too good right now to do that. They might have to trade off CJ McCollum and then start a rebuild basically. So I'm looking at Jaylen Brown. He adds a lot of things that Zion would have added, and be able to continue them on that championship destination run possibly. But I think overall, I think like if they don't make the decision, they'll regret it more than they could hope to win.
Yeah, a lot of layers when it comes to Zion here. If the Pelicans are truly shopping him around, which definitely should be a consideration, considering all the games he's missed. Now he has some off-court things going on. You got to weigh all your options for sure. I'll start with, even with all the games that he's missed, the most recently we've seen him, he was an absolute dominant player on the court. He has a injury history, lower extremities. You never want to see that from a bigger guy. But when he's actually been on the court, this guy is one of the best athletes I've ever seen. Like, your athlete, like 6'8" or 6'7", 280 pounds with a 45-inch vertical. Like, he's quick. He can move. He can handle the ball a little bit. So he's an absolute stud on the court. It's just a matter of, I think if you're a team who you have, a good coach in place, you definitely try and contact him, see if he would, see where his mind state is. And if you believe in your organization, you believe you have the right training staff to keep them healthy, keep them in shape, I think you pull the trigger on it because, if you're a team that's one piece away, I think Zion can be that piece. Again, I know I might be in the minority here just because of his injury history, but man, this guy, he's such a dominant player. He's still so young. If I'm a team, I'm definitely picking up the phone and calling the Pelicans, seeing what it takes. And if I believe I got everything, that I'm just missing, one real star who's, again, he's box office. He's gonna put fans in the seats. He's gonna sell jersey, all these things. So I seriously consider trading Zion, trading for Zion if I'm a team like the Celtics, like Rich mentioned. Teams that will be one piece away. He's mentioned a number of times over the year how much he loves New York. He loves playing there. He could team up with his old buddy from Duke, R.J. Barrett. If I'm teams like that, I'm picking up the phone and calling the Pelicans immediately.
Yeah, I'm taking a healthy Zion.
Zion's never healthy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
A healthy Zion who started off that season and did that 360 windmill against the Suns. Yeah, that's what I'm taking.
Yeah, he was the man. He had them at number 1 in the West, midway through the season. Then he went down with the hamstring. One thing to consider, too, again, he had a hamstring injury. His 5-year extension doesn't kick in until this offseason. So could we have, been seeing a Lamar Jackson type of situation where, he could have potentially played, but he just wanted to wait until his money starts kicking until next season? Go ahead, get your stuff off, D or Dan, because I know you
I ain't got nothing to say, but I ain't got nothing to say about Gumbo Boy, man. He is what he is, honestly. At this point, he's an injury-prone guy. Like, he's an injury-prone big man. That tends to not ever translate into a healthy big man ever. Like, once you start getting injuries, that's what it is, really. Especially with the feet, legs area. Like, once you start doing that, like, it's just gonna constantly keep happening. Especially the force that he lands, because he goes up so high, but he's so heavy at the same time. So I think the impact of the joints, the knees, the ankles is definitely going to keep weighing on him, man. So I don't know. I think he's a dominant guy. He's a great player when he plays, but when is he going to play? Who knows? That's the thing.
And not to just cut you up, but it's like, look at where the league is going. Like nowadays, like, I think you don't have that type of room where you could just like wait like a couple, whether it's a year or whatever, whether it's like you're just taking time off. Like, the league is just growing too much where it's like, bro, like, not saying he could get replaced, but it's just like teams are not really like, they're not waiting on you, bro.
And you look at it, like you said, like it's I think in between like 2010, 2019, there was like a gap in terms of the talent. But this year you got Victor Wembanyama coming in. You got like there really is, like, the talent level is really crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't he's in high school. I'm not sure if you've seen him, the big white kid. I can't remember his name right now, but he's
Cooper
like
Flag.
Cooper Flag is going to be a ball. You know what I mean? And then it's another kid, but he's in ninth grade or something like that. But the NBA is so like players right now. I've been watching like high school games. Players are so talented. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So like the way I figure it, Jaylen Brown is I don't know if they offer him 290 million. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's for the most part going to end that relationship. And he's already stated that he's not a big fan of that particular culture. They'll try to make him take less, and he's like, I can get my money somewhere else. So I think for the most part, like you said, like the Knicks, all those young players, Obi Toppin, all of them, they will have to get paid eventually. So I figured that it's this is the year you make the move. So either Knicks, Boston or something like that. I feel like it's the right time for these places to break up their course.
Yeah. We'll see how the Knicks go.